All right, guys, how's it going? It is time for another today's exclusive. All right, I've not read this yet. All right, but it's been forwarded to me, and we're going to take a look at it together. There's a bit of hysteria on social media today about Virgil van Dijk. Everyone says he's off. It would be criminal. Blah blah. I think he stays, mate. I do. I still think that. Right. So this is from Anfield Watch. All right, exclusive. PSG make 100 million euro proposal to Virgil van Dijk. Alexa, what's 100 million euros in pounds?
100 million euros is 84,190,000.
Alexa, stop. 84 million pound proposal to Virgil van Dijk by Sam Maguire. Let's go for it. I can't read the entire article to you. You're not allowed to do that. But I won't leave anything out that would make these look, unfair or something like that, right? So anywhere where there's like a bit of like blurb telling you who Virgil van Dijk is or who PSG, I will leave that out, right? So it starts with a summer of changes on the cards at Anfield, talks about the 3 players out of contract at the end of the campaign. Just go make a cup of tea or something while I scroll through the adverts here, okay? Remember, the more adverts, the more bullshit. Remember that, okay? The Premier League leaders are also expected to lose a left-back, blah, blah, blah. Darwin Núñez, blah, blah, blah. Jota, blah, blah, blah. Kelleher, fuck me, we're on about Elliot, Endo, Gomez. We're not even at the main focus of the article yet. I do apologise, I've got a bad throat and chest. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Oh, my God. Right, okay, so... Ibrahima Konaté's contract predicament also leaves the Reds vulnerable, with Real Madrid and PSG as exclusively revealed by Anfield Watch keeping tabs on the situation. I don't believe that at all. I mean, PSG might be like having a nosy, but I've seen nothing in Spain. I review all the football dailies in Spain every day, on top of watching everything to do with football you possibly could in Spain. As you guys know, and there has been zero reference of Ibrahima Konaté in Real Madrid. The article's not about him. However, it says the League One giants are looking to pair the PSG-born centre-back with a familiar partner. All right, so if they're going to pair him, if they're looking at pairing him with Virgil van Dijk, which is what we're obviously going to get to, then they have to both be signed. If you think about what the article's saying here. Okay, so PSG, having shed money from their wage bill over recent years, have the resources to go big in the market. And they're planning to do just that. Van Dijk is a prime target for the French side. And then they bring up the, that little tunnel thing, after the game. Was it last week? I can't remember how long ago that it was now. It seems like an eternity ago. And Anfield Watch understands the runaway League One leaders are in talks with the Dutchman's agent. A pre-tax offer of 80 million euros spread over 2 years with a potential 3rd season in the French capital is on the table, along with a hefty signing on bonus taking the initial proposal to 100 million euros. Anfield Watch understands that money is not a motivating factor for the 33-year-old. Late last year, a new deal with Liverpool appeared to be a formality, with Van Dijk happy on Merseyside in a post-Jurgen Klopp world. No, I don't remember late last year a new deal appearing to be a formality at all. Do you? Do you remember that? No suggestion of that at all. Blah, blah, blah. He might still remain with the club. There's the get out. Always look for the get out when there's a journalist speaking or anyone writing. You know what I mean. You always look for the get out. It's always a get out. It's never like this will happen. This will happen. Just saying. He might still remain with the club, but PSG sat there. Oh, yeah. What are they sensing? They sense there is an opportunity to bring the world's best centre-back to their club, and they're rolling out the red carpet in an attempt to woo him. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that's accurate? Do you reckon that's nailed on? What do you reckon? Let's be honest, right? So PSG are now all out for him, right? After that little conversation in the tunnel at Anfield, and I think you'd have to be dumb to think that that conversation meant he was going to sign for them, by default, and you'd have to be naive to think that he couldn't possibly sign for them because of that conversation, right? Because you can have a chin wag and all that, and then a bit of banter and that, like, well, if you don't get anything and you're not too expensive, maybe we could look at it, Virgil. Like banter and joking and stuff like that. We've seen nothing to do with PSG and Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. You're going to tell me, yes, we have, Chubbs. We've seen PSG mention with Mo Salah. That was a few months ago. And my opinion of that was was what's his name? Rami Abbas, Mo Salah's agent, right? I think that was him trying to put a bit of pressure on Liverpool, but they're not fucking stupid. Richard Hughes and Mike Bully are fucking stupid, to be honest with you. But they didn't fall for that. And PSG issued the same day a statement saying, nah, that's just not true. You see, the thing is with PSG, they have this. They've got this current mantra, philosophy, objective, or whatever you want to call it, right? Where they're not looking for older players; they're looking for younger players, right? They're looking for younger players. Could there be an exception? Absolutely, there could be an exception. But it's all about the Wonga, isn't it? It's all about the Wonga. And this this article is headlined: PSG make 100 million proposal to Virgil van Dijk. Make it, therefore they have made it, right? Let me go over this again. I want to read the specifics again. You can go back now, it'll finish brewing while I go through the rest of these adverts. Honestly, the more adverts on a website, the more bullshit they feed you. Trust me, think about that next time you're browsing websites. Well, it depends what websites you're browsing. Let's get back to the specifics. I cannot read the fucking thing. Right, come on. Look. So they're looking to pair the Paris-born centre-back Canate with a familiar partner. So they're looking at doing a double deal then. PSG have the resources to go big in the market, and they're planning to do just that. Planning hasn't happened yet, but the headline says it has. Van Dijk is a prime target. Oh, they actually say that meeting in the tunnel was purely coincidental. And Anfield Watch understands the runaway League One leaders are in talks with the Dutchman's agent. So they're in talks, even though they've made the offer. Who wants to go and play in fucking France? So they do say a pre-tax offer of 80 million euros for over 2 years with a potential third is on the table. So that is on the table. But he might still remain with the club. I don't know, guys. When I find an exclusive, I don't deliberately try and take the piss or anything. Just 9 times out of 10, it's complete nonsense. You will have to let me know. I've read to you that. Go and look it up for yourself. I've not left anything out to make it, stupid or anything like that. Yeah, I've just left out the bits where they're telling you about all the other players that are leaving. There's nothing really in there. But I've noticed, I think because of this article, there's a lot of people on social media, a lot of Liverpool fans, losing their shit today over Virgil van Dijk. And I suspect it's as a result of that article, which, come on, guys. It's never any hard facts in these exclusives. Is there this is happening, that's happened. I don't know, maybe I'm being unfair. I don't think I am. I'm genuinely not here to take the piss out of anyone. But I don't know. Put it this way, I don't believe it. You make your own opinions up. You know that. You know, I always encourage you to make your own opinions up. The way I look at it, Virgil van Dijk wants to stay at Liverpool, right? And I suspect Liverpool want Virgil van Dijk to stay at Liverpool. But Liverpool, Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, whether you believe they're doing the right thing or not, they obviously feel like they're in a strong position because there has been no serious interest in Virgil van Dijk or Mo Salah from European clubs. Now, before you caps lock me to death, right, it's obvious there's going to be a host of clubs trying to sign them, but none, in my opinion, that would match what Liverpool are offering them. And that's why Liverpool have just sat back and gone fine. Because if their agents are turning around and saying, well, we can get this in Saudi, then Liverpool's response will be, well, go on then, go and get it. Because they know they don't want to go to Saudi at this stage of their career. So if Salah and Virgil, want to move to another European club, then they're going to have to take a significant pay rise. That's what I think is going on. And that's why I think Liverpool have sat back. I hate saying Liverpool because it is Liverpool, but it's Hughes and Edwards, right? And that's why I think they've sat back and gone, there's nobody else trying to sign them that can offer us what we're proposing. If they left Liverpool, if Virgil van Dijk leaves Liverpool because he doesn't sign a contract, then yeah, of course, there's going to be clubs trying to sign him, but he's going to have to significantly reduce his finances. Now, there's not many clubs in Europe, I reckon, that would compete with Liverpool financially at this stage with Virgil. PSG would be one of those clubs, but they would now be going against everything that they've been going on about, like the focus is on youngsters. Do they make an exception? Always a possibility. But it's a lot of money to shell out on an older player. And I'm not sure what that would, what the benefit of that would be. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Twitter twat. I'm not ITK. But I just think a lot of it is is common sense. If you look at the article here, where they're bringing, first of all, don't forget they said they're looking at pairing him with Canate. So that's PSG going for 2 centre-backs, right? Both of them happen to be at Liverpool, right? And then they're talking about interest in these players from the likes of Real Madrid, right? Well, the Madrid-based media, right? Everything is out there to do with Real Madrid, right? If they want someone, they just say we're going to have whoever. They don't make it a secret because they've got so much arrogance, right? And we haven't seen anything. You guys that follow my reviews every morning, the Spanish papers I get, all 4 football days, not a fucking whisper about Salah and Virgil van Dijk. They have cropped up occasionally, but if you remember Rami Abbas offering Salah to Real Madrid at the end of last year, Barcelona at the beginning of this year, but both clubs we don't want players of that age, kind of thing. At that money, take a significant pay reduction, maybe that would happen. And I think this is why Hughes and Edwards are chilling, because they know there's nobody that would be willing to give them what they're willing to give them. Because if these clubs really were trying to sign those 2 players, I think those contracts would have been done ages ago. I'll be honest, guys. I don't know if you've made any sense out of my video. Maybe you have to watch a few of them when we're talking about the contracts. Yeah, if I haven't made sense in this video about what I'm trying to say about the contracts, please do ask me in the comments. But what I'm trying to say, let me try again, right? I don't think any of these clubs, I don't think there's anyone seriously trying to sign Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah other than the Saudis, right? So that's why Liverpool, Hughes and Edwards are confident. They're like, we're not competing with anybody, blah, 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 right? If they don't sign, then yes, they could go to one of those European clubs, but they would have to significantly reduce what they're looking for, all right? All right. And don't forget, there's no such thing as a free player, all right? Huge signing on fee, last bumper contract. They're expensive and they're older, So anyway, we're going off. I basically want to stick with the exclusive there, which I personally don't believe. But that's, up to you. Maybe PSG are into Virgil van Dijk and we don't know anything about it yet. The thing is, If he ends up at PSG because he didn't sign with Liverpool, does that mean that was right? No, I don't think so. I think it means that he's gone, right, okay, yeah, I'll take less than what I was after. I know I don't make much sense, but if you watch my videos a bit more often, maybe you will. Anyway, it will. I'm going to go. I feel like I'm waffling. I don't believe that exclusive, do you? Let me know. Thumbs up the video if you appreciate my efforts. Doesn't mean you agree with me. I try my best. Please do drop me a comment. If you've got any questions, then by all means, please ask. And I'll try and get to those for you. If you want to buy me a coffee, please hit the super thanks button. It's the love out under the video, and I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Duncan Oldham. All right. And do you know what, guys? I'm going to say this. I still, maybe I'm thick as two short planks, but I still think Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk stay at Liverpool, and I think Trent will go to Real Madrid. Football's got, is a funny old game. I've been saying this for ages. You watch tomorrow, Trent U-turn, stays with Liverpool, and them two fucking leave. But you know what? I'm going to leave it on this. Whether you are angry with the ownership, whether you're angry with Hughes and Edwards, whether you're angry with the players or you're sad because of your favourite players, you think it's a joke, discussing whatever, we will continue because we've got no option but to continue. Do you know what I mean? But if you lose these players, if these players go, right, do not come on here telling me how this fucking ownership saved the club, right? Do you know what I mean? Right, there's no need to go down that route. Okay, there's no need to go down that route because they're both going to sign. Okay, there you go. All right, see you in a bit.